Well, hello there. It's Balatro
This isn't
again.
Pokemon.
No. I've been tricked. No. But Connor, I gotta catch them all.
It's okay. They'll still be there.
I gotta catch them all. They named the protagonist of Pokemon Emerald after me.
No, it's okay.
I gotta catch them all.
Yeah, we'll do that later, bud.
All right. Well, I guess Balatro's okay for now. Welcome back to Balatro. Connor is still playing. He won last time. He's on a roll. Connor, what deck are you playing right now? I didn't actually ask.
I'm playing the blue deck, but with the red chips again.
All right, so we're going blue deck, red chips. So
and as we played before, the payout is just altered from what it is, or from what it used to be. Copies the ability of the Joker to the right. Oh boy, I guess I gotta get another Joker, but for now, I'm gonna get another hand.
I would.
I always get that grabber hand.
Yeah, it's worth it.
Ooh, gives up to 2 Jokers. Give me that right now.
Give me those Jokers.
Oh, Spade gives me chips. Fortune Teller, I'm gonna get the chips and I'm gonna get the spades.
Yeah. So you're doubling your chips right now with that first Joker?
Yes.
Nice.
And I'm glad because I don't have any spades in this hand here, so
That's a good point.
It's better. I'm gonna get rid of these guys.
Messes with the malt.
Oh, I got a 2-pair. I also got diamonds. I'll just do 2-pair right off the bat. And there we go. Simple. Big blind. Done.
Efficient. Rather have a 2-pair.
Each queen held in hand gives plus 13? What? Okay, diva. I learned that word recently.
You learned the word diva recently?
Yeah, I didn't know what it meant.
You need to hang out with more gay people.
Nah, I'm okay. You're enough.
Whoa! Hey! Oh!
Hey, I'm walking here.
I'm walking here.
God, I hate this one. I hate getting dealt hand face down.
Yeah, that's fair.
Ooh, got a pair. Okay, great.
Nice.
I'll take it. And nothing else. Okay, we're gonna put it in rank. So that's either a 6 or a 7. That's something between a 10. That's got to be an ace or a king. Oh, brother. I don't care, actually. I'm just gonna... 6, 7. I need an 8.
Didn't you tell me a while back that you, like, one of your childhood, like, friends got married recently?
Yeah, he's going to.
Okay. I wasn't sure about that.
He's getting married soon, yeah.
Because I remember when we had that conversation, I'm thinking about it because the friend that I mentioned from that conversation recently got married. And I went to his wedding. While I was home visiting my family for the holidays, because my parents and I were both invited to my friend's wedding. And we went to that, and it was have you ever been to like a childhood friend's wedding before? Because this was a new experience for me. It was weird. I mean, like, it was cool. I mean, like, because don't get me wrong, like, I love my friend, but like, you know,
not enough to marry him.
Yeah, didn't love him enough to marry him, but I mean, he didn't ask, so that's on him. But
yeah,
like,
that's on him.
Yeah. But I mean, like, you know, it was. I obviously, you know, if you watch this show or you keep up with us at all, you know that I don't live in my hometown. I live in and around the New York City area. But I, you know, I'm not home very much, you know, like, and as much as, you know, I love my friends from home, like, I don't see them that often anymore. And, you know, that was a thing in college as well, because, you know, of the pandemic and whatever, like, the last 2 years of college was harder to see people. And, like, going back and forth was more difficult just with everything that was going on. But, like, it was just, like, I you know, it was a very, like, surreal experience to be like, wow, like, that's, like, you know, my friend from when I was, like, you know, 5 years old or whatever, however old we were.
Yeah.
And fucking, you know, getting married to his, like, you know, his girlfriend who I've known since we were like 11 or something. You know, I've known both of them for over a decade, and it was just like, it was crazy to be like, wow, you're like really doing it. You're doing the thing. And it was cool. I mean, you know, like, I know that we both have our own opinions on marriage and things like that as an institution, but, like, just to see, like, someone that you grew up with reach that life goal, and, like, that they're, like, not even goal, but just, like, milestone in their life, was, I don't know, it was really cool. Like, and, you know, I'm very happy for them, and I think that it's awesome that they've made that decision to commit to each other in that way. And yeah, I don't know, it was kind of a mind-boggling experience. And it also did not help that I was still on a lot of medication from the the previous month, because I had some, I won't go into too much detail, but, like, I had some medical troubles earlier in like last month. And so I had to be put on a couple different kinds of medication for a few weeks, and I was still really feeling the effects of those meds while I was at the wedding.
Jeez,
and
yeah.
so I, my friend's sister asked me to dance at some point, because, you know, she was kind of like my older sister growing up. And so, you know, she was like, at some point I was like, I am so fucking tired, man. And she was like, oh, I'm exhausted. Why are you tired? And I was like, because I'm on, like, an insane drug cocktail. And she was like, oh, you're on drugs? Like the good stuff? And I was like, no. I would never bring those home with me. I gotta wait until I'm back in New York. And so, like, I don't know if cause I can't remember exactly what I said, like, or how I explained it beyond that, but, like, I don't know if, like, I worried her or something, because when we were, like, leaving the wedding later in the evening, like, I think she may have told her mom, who's, you know, obviously also my friend's mom, because when we were, like, you know, thanking them and saying goodbye at the wedding and stuff, she, like, my friend's mom, like, you know, like, grabbed my arm and, like, looked at me very pointedly and was like, be safe. And I was like, oh no. do you think that I'm just, like, fucking tripping balls right now?
Yeah, that's
like,
definitely what she thought.
No, ma'am, it's not it's not that. It's just things that have been messing up my sleep schedule. I'm not on fucking coke and LSD at your son's wedding.
I realized I hadn't told you guys about this because I've been so fucking busy. But decrease the level of played poker hand. Oh shit. I hate this.
No, you didn't tell me you were decreasing the level of your played poker hand. That's crazy, man. How could you
he's
avoid
so
telling me about
funny.
that?
He's so funny.
I am, thank you.
Oh, he's so funny. I forgot how funny he was.
Why you go to my IMDb page? It says comedian and actor Brendan Masser.
Funny guy. It says he's funny.
It says big funny guy Brendan. That's what my name is on IMDb. If you look me up, and it shows my credits.
Stupid funny guy.
It's like Netflix's
I got what I wanted.
The Night Agent.
I got a 9 of clubs, and that's what I wanted. Gonna make it them all clubs.
There you go.
Because fuck you.
What were you? Anyway, what were you gonna tell me?
I worked so much this week because a guy was fired at my job.
Oh shit.
Now, it's okay because he wasn't good at his job. He was not. he was not a good employee, but like he's a great dude. He's just a chill guy.
Yeah.
Now, what happened was he got fired. He was going to get fired in this week, but he kind of caught on to the fact that he was going to get fired. So instead, he comes to work and he tells the manager like, "Hey, am I going to get fired?" And the manager's like not going to bullshit him. So it wasn't like he was going to be, no, you're not getting fired. Why would you think that? And then like 2 weeks later, actually fire him.
Actually, you're getting fired. Fuck you.
So yeah, that would be shitty.
Yeah.
Oh, earned $4 at the round. Hell yeah, baby.
Ooh, polychrome.
I got 2 polychromes now. Thank you.
That's pretty nice.
Consumable slot. Yeah, fuck it. So he gets fired, but that just meant that all of his friggin' shifts had to be covered.
Yeah.
So I had to take all his shifts.
Oh god.
And it got crazy. Like I worked going into Friday night, I hadn't slept at all. Like this was last week when I was just full on Balatro mode. Like every night I'd play for 6 I would stay up and play for at least 4 hours a night and like listen to podcasts and stuff.
Why Connor and I can never go to Vegas.
Yes, yeah, very true. But that night, I mean, I stayed up all night and then into the next day, and that's when this all happened. So even though I came for the night shift, my manager was like, "Hey, could you also do all of tomorrow?" I was like, "Oh, so work a double?" And they were like, "Yeah, but you'd get overtime." I'm like, "Okay, fine, sounds good." So I got a good deal for it, but that meant I was at work for 16 hours the next day on an hour and a half of sleep.
Ugh.
And then the next day I had a writing class, like a writing meeting that I'm part of Sunday mornings, and I went there on that morning, but then after that I had to go to work again, and then today it's Monday and I had to go to work again after staying at a friend's place to watch their dog last night. So I haven't had an actual sleep in my own bed for 4 days.
Oh no.
It has been a nightmare.
That is certainly rough.
Speaking of nightmare, this fucking board I was given is not helpful.
Definitely not.
I have barely a straight. I have barely any. I have 4 clubs, but that's not really going to help me here. What do I have? Full house and 3 of a kind help me. And flush. Full house, 3 of a kind. I guess I'll keep all the clubs. That's bullshit. I can convert 3 of them to spades, which is what I'm gonna do.
I don't think I've ever actually gone to like a job on that level of no sleep, but I have absolutely gone to like rehearsals for things on that level of no sleep, which has not been a pleasant experience. That happened to me, and
yeah, rehearsals on no sleep is definitely different than work because it requires a different part of your brain.
yeah, that is definitely true. I've done shows on very little sleep as well. Like that happened a couple times on tour, where it was just like, because when I was on the kind of tour that I was on, which Connor, you know this, but you know our viewers might not. The Popsicle Orphans out there, but the kind of tour that I was on was like a bus and truck tour, and so we didn't.
When you say bus and truck tour, you mean like the truck was fucking
the truck
awesome
was,
and it
was
was like bussin'?
Dude, it was bussin'.
Or do you mean that there was a bus and a truck?
It was I mean, it was a bus and truck, but there was also a bus. So
got
both.
it. Okay.
No, but so you know, with the like bus and truck style tour, you know, you live off of a bus, and you know, for some shows, it's like, oh, you sit down like for a week in a place and you get a hotel room. Not so with us. It was like maybe every 2 weeks we would have a hotel room. Or like someplace permanent. But for the most part, it was just like, you get on the bus, you know, at night. You get on the bus at night. You drive overnight to the next town. Sleep on the bus, hopefully. Wake up. You're at the theater. You have to go in fucking, you know, to the like bathrooms where, you know, the audience goes to a lot of the time because they're setting up backstage, you know, so you can't like, you know, you can't interfere with that. And they get, the crew gets mad if you're like poking around and like, where's my dressing room?
Yeah.
So you have to like go to like the front of house and be like, okay, you know, where's the like public bathroom where people are like washing their hands in intermission and shit. And it's like, I'm gonna brush my teeth in here and try and poop. Usually to mixed success. And then you're fucking like, that's how you start your day. You dick around in whatever town you're in for a couple hours. You do the show at night, usually. And then after the show, you shower in your dressing room because for the most part, all of our dressing rooms on tour had showers. The worst was when it was like, there was like 3 showers in the venue or sometimes like 2, and then you had to all share them, and it was like, okay, cool, I have to be like in and out of the shower in like 3 minutes. And I was wearing fucking prosthetics for the entire tour, so I had to like wash latex and shit off of me.
Oh god.
Yeah, no, that wasn't fun. Fucking, I was finding liquid latex like in my fucking, you know, shirts and suitcase for like months afterwards. And then you get on the bus again, and then you do it all again. You drive to the next city, and that was what our tour was. And there were so many nights where like I would just wake up so fucking sleep deprived and groggy because like you know, you're sleeping. You kind of get used to it eventually, where you're just like, yeah, okay, the motor of the bus is like calming, but like it is all you hear. Like you just hear, like, it doesn't matter if your head's on the pillow, it doesn't matter if it's on the ground, it doesn't matter if you have AirPods in, like it is just the rumble of the bus and the road underneath you all night. And so there were some days on tour where I was just like, oh man, like I gotta get up and do this again.
Jeez, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it was, we made it through. It was not as bad as like the couple times when I was hungover and had to like, because that was usually like when we'd stop at a hotel and everyone would want to go to the hotel bar or like to a bar in town or something, and we'd be drinking, and then the next day you'd just be like, why did I do that? I'm an idiot. I shouldn't have done that. I don't know. Have I ever talked about the tequila incident on the show?
Was that in Florida?
No. This was
Then
in.
No.
Okay. Yeah, this was in New York. We were in upstate New York, and for the first like week or so of the tour, we had been having pretty bad technical problems. And then so finally we reached this stop. I can't remember what fucking city we were in. Somewhere in upstate New York. And they got everything sorted out finally. And I won't go into too much detail on that, but like we were all very, very excited. We had like multiple shows the next day. And so we were like, you know, well, you know, we got multiple shows tomorrow, but like let's all go have dinner together to celebrate that, like, you know, we're gonna like finally have working tech shit and, you know, gonna be able to actually like do the show for real. And so we were at this dinner, and the company manager, let's call him Rick. Rick, the company manager, was there. And Rick was not sitting with us at dinner. He was across the restaurant at the bar. And at some point in the night, Rick sends over a round of tequila shots. And, you know, people are like, some people are taking them. I took one and I was like, oh, whatever, I'll have a tequila shot. You know, it's fun. And so like a bunch of us do a tequila shot. It's fun. People start leaving. And then the waiter comes over and is like, here's another round of tequila shots. And we were like, what? they're like, from that guy over there. And Rick is like waving at us all goofy. And we're like, oh, Rick, you sent her another round of tequila shots? How thoughtful of you, Rick. And
who's Rick in all of this?
He's the company manager of the tour. He's, handles like company management things. Which, largely is supposed to be looking after the actors. And so this, like, we get like a second round. Rick sends over like 8 rounds of tequila shots throughout the course of the night. And my dumbass, like, I had 2, and then my brain was just like, because other people started, to be like, I shouldn't have more than that, and whatever, and like other like cast members like, oh, like, yay, more tequila shots. And I was like, well, I can't let these tequila shots go to waste. And so I just like kept slamming them as they were coming, and I was sitting down during all of this. And then like finally we're like, okay, we're gonna go back to the hotel. I stand up, I immediately realize something's wrong. Because I can't see straight. Like, I can't walk straight. And I was like, oh no. Like, I have not done tequila shots since I was in college, and I think I've made a terrible mistake. Which I did, so we stumbled back to our hotel. And I was sitting in bed that night, and I just fucking knew, man. I just knew. Like, I did like 6 rounds of tequila shots, possibly more. I'm gonna feel like shit tomorrow. And I was like, I'll just go to bed. I'll go to bed and everything will be fine. And I woke up, and that was one of the most hungover days I've ever had in my entire life. And we had to do like, I think it was like 3 shows that day. It was rough. It was very rough. The first show especially was just like very rough. Like I went up to the stage manager. I was like, I really fucked up last night. I might have to run off stage and like throw up in the middle of the show. Boy. So like, do not be surprised if that happens. She was like, no, that's fine. We've dealt with things like that before. I was like, okay.
Yeah, go do that.
Just go do it. We'll have a trash can, off stage for you. And I was like, cool. But got through all the shows, no problem. I napped in between every single one of those shows, slept it off. But it was at that point on where I was like, never again. I'm not drinking on this tour ever again. I will only be drinking water and maybe like a coffee here and there. And I didn't, and that was the last time I drank on tour.
Damn.
So yeah, that's the tequila incident. Anyway, we're
Christ.
at time.
Yeah,
sorry that story went so long.
I'm doing pretty hot in this one, so I guess we'll just continue it next time.
Yeah. Well, thanks so much for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, smash that like button, punch the bell, and we'll catch you on the flippy dip.
Bye-bye.
You've been a great audience. Good night, YouTube.
Night, YouTube.